One EFL Cup, one FA Cup, a Premier League title, and a Champions League as well, as part of a historic treble winning season where Brentford picked up 4 major honours in 2 years. The Bees rose from obscurity to become one of the best teams in England and one of the best teams in the world. But after some incredible memories in 5 seasons in West London, developing a crazy good English core, bringing so much depth and quality to Brentford, it was time to say goodbye. Yes, after winning the treble, after winning the EFL Cup the year before, there was nothing left to do in West London. We'd won practically everything with the Bees. And after an incredible season in the league, where we became the best team in England, winning that Champions League, becoming the best team in Europe, I looked at my team, a 5-star side, in the prime of their careers right now, and thought, what else is left to do? I've left Brentford in the healthiest position possible. The club is mega rich. It's got some incredible talent coming out of the academy for the long-term future. A close-knit core, a great bunch of players. But at the end of the day, I knew my mind was made up. We've turned Brentford from a newly promoted Premier League side to one of the best in the world. And it was time to say goodbye to Brentford. All the question marks on my future. Where would I go in the summer? Many clubs were interested in me. I was one of the most coveted managers in world football. But where was I going to go? Well, when I saw this team available, my mind was made up. I'm pulling a reverse Kevin Durant, the hardest road. Not leaving to the team that beat us, but leaving to the team that we beat. After a Champions League final for AC Milan, they defied the expectations, knocking out Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid and Liverpool to make the final, only to come up short to our Bees. But domestically, Milan had a really tough season. 6th place in the Serie A, missing out on the Champions League, and Copa Italia Quarter Final, beaten by their rivals Inter Milan. AC Milan needed a change. Stefano Pioli was sacked in the summer. They offered me the job, and I said, buongiorno. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It's episode number 78. Season 6 begins today. A new team in a new country. New team hype for the first time in this save. We have moved teams, and on the back of a treble winning season, what a campaign we have. We have left to AC Milan, and I can't wait for this challenge, and I'll tell you why. After the league tables changed a little bit, Inter Milan made it into the top 4, and Napoli ended up finishing in 5th place. I'll tell you why I'm so excited about this team. Well, the first reason why is quite simple. It's one of the biggest teams in world football. They have got such a massive global reputation, so I can't wait to take on the challenge. I'm really excited for that, and trying to restore them to former glory, both domestically and in Europe as well. It's been a while. But also, this team is on the brink of absolute collapse, and this is the main reason why I've come here. Their identity is non-existent. I can't really work out what team they're trying to be. If you can let me know in the comments what team they're trying to build, then do let me know. But it's just a really eclectic mix of players, but really obscure. I can't seem to work out what their identity is here. I genuinely can't tell. It's just a team of some really great standout individual players, but not sort of like a unified team where their core is clear or their identity is obvious. It's very strange. Having said that, as I run you through the squad, again, this is the main reason I'm so excited. I'm running through the team, you're thinking, yeah, it's pretty decent. It's a 5-star team, looks pretty decent, right? But you can see what's going on as I'm running through the team. You can see the problem they've got. Look at the amount of players that have their contracts up in a month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a deep breath with me here as we go through. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 players have their contracts up in a month. AC Milan are on the brink of absolute collapse. And I came in here and I said, it's time for a rebuild at the San Siro. So I gave 4 new contracts in the end. I forgot Daniel Maldini. I had to give the son of Paolo a new contract. But the most noteworthy ones were Fernandez and also sailmakers as well. Also a young striker called Gomez. But the other players in this team I'm letting them all go. And there are some big names. You got Conte, you got Bakambu, you got Duarte, you've got Mauro Icardi back at Milan. Now, I wanted to extend the contract of Gabbia, but unfortunately he's going to join Angers on a transfer when the summer window opens. But there were several players, and several good players, that could still do a really good job in this team. But I was like, do you know what? Nah, it's time for a rebuild. There are 12 players with their deals up at the end of the season, and I said it's time for a major change with AC Milan. A side on the brink of collapse. I've been brought in to do a rescue type mission with Milan, and I cannot wait. So they're thrilled to have me as the new head coach at AC Milan, but despite the pedigree, you know how tough times have been recently. We're not expecting miracles in our first year together, and we understand things will take time, but we know if anyone can rebuild this club and restore it to former glory, it's Docs. It's going to be a long journey, but we're excited for the challenge. The rebuild begins today as we join AC Milan at the San Siro. I cannot wait for this. Now, starting the season, as you can see, the initial budget was 62 mil, but of course, due to the departures of Samakan and also Gabbia as well, we knew the budget was actually going to be around 115 mil once those transfers went through. So, as you know, when you start a new season, if a transfer's been agreed the previous season, it's not until the second day when the money comes in and the players leave. I don't know why that is. It's been that way for a while now, but even so technically the budget was actually going to be around 115, 116 mil, I think it was in the end. But that's the objectives for the first season with AC Milan. Oh my goodness gracious me. Now, I know they're one of the most famous clubs in the world, but talk about laying down the gauntlet in their first season. Win a treble! Win a treble in the first season. Win a domestic double in Italy, and win the Europa League as well. Now, I really think that's harsh, man. I really think that's harsh. We're a club with very few players. We've let go 12 players on free transfers. We're a squad of just 24 men deep. We still have a ton of players, their deals are coming to the end of this season as well. This is a rebuild, man. Asking me to win a treble in the first season, are you serious? I mean, I'm going to give it my best shot, don't get me wrong, but this isn't Brentford in Season 5. This is AC Milan in Season 1, with a weaker team, quite a few senior players, and many players their deals come at the end of the year and very little depth. That is a tough challenge. Now, you would have seen as well, we're actually going into the Europa League this year and not the Europa Conference League. If anyone could tell me why that is, I really don't know. I was actually kind of hoping to play the Europa Conference League, as I never played it before. For some reason, it's Europa League and not Europa Conference League. I don't know why that is, but as I run you through the team here, as you can see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think it's 10 or 11 players have their deals that come to the end of this year as well. No, it's more, it's 12. It's 12. Oh my goodness, it's 12. I'm just realising how much harder it's actually going to be. There's 12 players with their deals that come to the end of the season, and with a squad of just 24 players. Look, there's some incredible talent. Timo Werner, Yuri Tielemans, Leon Goretzka, Theo Hernandez is still here, thank God for that, but goodness, we have got our work cut out at the San Siro. So for the transfer policy in Season 1, they love the core we built with Brentford. So let's build an Italian core with Milan. Prioritise younger players for the long-term project with maybe 1 or 2 leaders coming in. And as we know, there's no depth. Fill out the bench and get our squad to 30 plus players. If we're going to be competing for a treble this season, a domestic double and a Europa League as well, we've got to get more than 24 players, obviously. So as I run you through my transfer shortlist for Season 1 of AC Milan, again, after the sales of Samakan going to Arsenal and also Gabbia going to Angers as well. As we know, we've got around 115, 116 million in the budget for Season 1, and that's not an astronomical amount. For a squad of just 24 players, with half of those players with their deals that come to the end of the year, we're going to need to look at some bargains this season, pick up players on cheap transfers, and try and stretch the pennies we've got here. So that meant for a first order of business, my first signing of the new season, the new era with AC Milan, let's get a free transfer. Let's fill out this squad as soon as possible because we'll need to. Fabricio Castañeda, I found this guy scouting with Brentford last season. Nobody picked him up from the free agents pool. He's a 19-year-old central defensive midfielder from Spain at 79 overall. However, personally, I think this guy could turn into a centre-back. You've seen it with AC Milan. We've only got one centre-back. We've only got one centre-half for Season 1, and it's Kabak. So, of course, we need more bodies in the back line with only 3 defenders. We've only got 3 defenders, 1 left back, 1 right back and 1 centre back. We need some more defenders with AC Milan. That's our top priority for the new season. So I'm going to train Castagneda to centre half. It'll only take him 2 weeks to get there. We need more defenders. We need more bodies in the back line. And a free transfer coming in at 79 overall. That's exactly what we need of AC Milan. 115 mil isn't going to get us very far and bring in the best players in world football. But as the season begins and the project begins today, you look at this AC Milan side, 25 players, 12 of which have their contracts up come the end of the season, a team with no identity, a team coming off a horrendous season domestically in Italian football. They've brought me in to do the rescue job, they've brought me in to do the rebuild, and in the next episode, it will begin. Get in, loser, we're going shopping in the summer transfer window. We are going to go on a spending spree and we are going to make signing after season. A new season begins, new era it begins for AC Milan, and the rebuild starts in the next episode. Thank you for watching the season opener, guys. Big thank you for watching it. If you have enjoyed it, if you have enjoyed it, then please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I am so excited for this project. Please do drop a like, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon, where the rebuild starts with AC Milan very soon.